You made it.
My opinion is correct. I did make it,
Enjoy
Sebastian.
the view.
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and Ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on, I'll take you to my uncle's. This way.
I just asked my wife to do something that is so crazy, so...
Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time, everyone stays out of sight.
I've got this thing called a
Here we
pretzel
are.
pizza.
My sister should be just inside.
With some like weird cheese sauce. I'd like to see if they'd use Italian dressing for the sauce instead of cheese. Now, before you start saying, "Ugh, it's so gross," it's actually pretty good.
Sebastian, where did you? Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy. Hey. Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
But we haven't tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never. I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
Leave.
I'm sorry you had to see that. If you don't mind, I just need a moment alone.
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for.
What do I do now? Speak with Anne and Solomon. Why do I gotta go over here?
That boy will fray my last nerve.
Yeah, he sure will. Imagine going to school with him.
Mr. Sallow.
Oh, yes. Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop.
Where are
He
this
thinks
kid's
he can help
parents? What
Anne.
happened to them?
But nothing can be done for her.
It could be that you've not yet discovered the cure.
Ah, you sound like Sebastian, thinking you know better than the healers at St. Mungo's.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
I understand what you're saying, sir.
Good. I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop.
Yeah.
I hope you'll remember what I've said. Good day.
I don't know why you think you can tell me what to do.
I'm sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am.
Sebastian and I met during a rather lively duel in defense against the dark arts.
Oh, dear Professor Hecat. She's a powerful witch. And she knows how to keep students like my brother, and me, in line. I do miss Hogwarts.
Is that
But I
a
wouldn't
fact?
mind being in Feldcroft, really, if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home. It's not the cozy retreat it once was.
Tell Sebastian to knock it
mentioned
off.
something about your uncle being an ex-Aura, but refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone. I can feel it. Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
I'm afraid it's really up to Sebastian, and his mind seems to be made up.
I can only hope he realizes the futility of his search for a cure soon. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by. I wish you well.
I ought to see how Sebastian's faring.
Hold on, I'm gonna steal some. Oh, wait.
Revelio.
I'm gonna steal your personal effects. Is that a Wiggenweld? No.
Revelio.
Why
Got a
will
lot of
you not
cert-
listen to me? She's my sister.
I don't know, man. Maybe because you're being kind of
How are
crazy.
you doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologize for my uncle.
I know he's angry, but he's only trying to do what he thinks is best for Anne.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened. Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize.
Do
They
I
should not be
really
underestimated.
want to, though? Like, do I really want
All
to?
the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something.
I mean, didn't
Up
you?
there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way.
So essentially, this kid is just kind of being nice to me because he wants me to help him in his.
How much longer are we expected to dig through this rubble? Ranrock knows what he's doing. It's an honor to be a part of it. Descendo. That's it in my book.
Hey, feel free to pick up your wand anytime here, Sebastian.
No. There you are.
It's gonna pummel him to death with all these throwables.
I won't rest until
What? Tell him what? You guys really made a big mistake messing with us. Just saying.
I won't rest. Rather unwise coming back this way. Let's get this over with. I won't rest. Who do you think you are? You've made your last mistake. Does Hogwarts teach us to punch? You will regret it. I hate that! Come up here and fight! You're weak, human.
What is going on with my controls here?
Best the likes of me.
Dude, why is this thing freezing on me?
I won't rest. One less human to worry about. How nice. One less human to worry about. I've been fighting.
Come on, babe. Huh? You're going where? Okay.
I confess, that was a bit
Love you.
more than I'd bargained for. I tried to warn you.
Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone had been hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
It sounds as if the loyalists attacked Anne without cause.
I wouldn't put it past them, but I'm convinced that they were trying to hide something. It may be grasping at Billywigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around?
Hey, why
They
not?
seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations for everything.
Listen, man, we are badass, okay? I think we've proven that. What am I supposed to do?
Whose home was this?
Been abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumor was a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago. But that's all I ever heard. I've heard that goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more. Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's loyalists.
Revelio. Only worth taking a closer look at the house itself.
Why am I stuck? Again, I'm just stealing your stuff, man. That's my whole job here, is to steal stuff. Steal your stuff.
This well looks familiar. Sebastian, I've seen this before. This house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second.
Yeah, I'm kind of wanting to know how.
Revelio.
Also.
Sebastian, over here. Do you think that this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realize it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a port key. You can see traces of an ancient magic that you think Ranrock is trying to harness. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it, when you put it like that? The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
Not
at this.
sure.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is
Piled
it
what
blocking
here?
something?
What, are
Only
you
one way to find out.
want me to blow the shit out of that? Peace out.
Huh, a stairwell. Why bother blocking
A stairway to heaven.
There might be something here
Oh.
worth a closer look.
Damn, he got down here with a
They've
quickness,
left all
didn't
of
he?
this
I'm
simply
hiding.
strewn about.
Lumos.
Tells me they're after something bigger.
I traveled here to learn, but I long to help. My internal struggle is overwhelming. It's as though the magic wants to heal, and I am the one preventing it from doing so. Should I lose hope? Will I forever regret not having done more? I cannot look into their eyes, knowing that it could lessen the burden of heartache. I saw the man leaving camp today, the one who so reminded me of my father. Surely it wouldn't hurt to help him. I could further my research, of course, but that would be a fortuitous consequence of doing something good with this ability.
Seems these journal entries are from Isadora's travels.
Revelio.
Show me your secrets. It is my... Should I do the voice again? It is my second week in the camp. More arrive each day. The Muggle doctors and even some of our own healers are doing all they can for them. The grief is palpable. The ones who have survived the plague are forever damaged by their loss. A fever may pass, the skin may mend and scar, but the devastating sorrow remains. I'm stretching, I'm sorry. I saw a man much like my father who had lost a child. I couldn't bear it. I longed to give him some shred of relief. I'm beginning to think that the others are wrong. I have the power to help these souls. It seems as arbitrary not to help them as it would be to rid them of their torment.
A journal entry of Isadora's. I should hold on to this.
Revelio.
Sebastian, we're supposed to be searching. Is that actually hurting me? Oh, it is.
Lumos.
Off.
Revelio.
Lumos.
You're not going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
No, you dipshit. Like the actual Undercroft.
I know it sounds strange, but...
Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
Fair enough. I can see the Undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
I'm listening.
I think it's to do with my ability to see traces of ancient magic.
But you said you didn't really understand it, and that you couldn't wield it.
That's true, and I'm still not sure what it all means. What I do know is that my ability allows me to travel through these windows I see.
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here. Ominous will be flawed.
We can. But perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this for now. Even Ominous.
Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway? Here we come. I'm tempted to hold my breath. Lumos.
Come on, buttface.
Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look.
Reparo.
Why hide a triptych here?
Seems as if something's missing.
Let's have a look.
Oh yay, another mystery to unravel. Like, I'm gonna know what in the hell this gobbledygook means.
Anything helpful in the note?
No!
A rune symbol. I've seen similar symbols used by the keepers.
I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been searching there. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was cursed by ancient magic?
I can't be sure, of course, but I don't think so. I didn't see any traces of it around your sister.
Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic. There's still so much we don't know about it.
True. Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here, in Hogwarts?
You did not? Sounds worth looking into. Any idea where in the castle?
No idea. Ominous just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find out. I had no idea our visit to Sian would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess. But I'm glad you told me everything you did. I'll be in touch. Till then.
Wow. Lot to unpack there, buddy. Now, let's go to class. It's the only video game you have to attend class in. Gotta pet the kitty, okay? Ow! Fuck that fucking sound.
Revelio.
Let's begin the quest. Going to class.
And your reading is the dragon. That's exciting, I suppose. Perhaps you're due for an adventure.
Adventure. Adventure.
Ladies,
Professor Shah.
astronomy is not divination. You won't find the mysteries of the cosmos.
What the fuck is
jotted
wrong with my
out on your
computer?
palms or at the bottom of your teacups.
It's like it's having trouble rendering
Alas,
stuff.
The heavens remain hazy to the starry-eyed. Now, if you were to devote yourselves to persistent and painstaking observation, you just might catch a glimpse. With that in mind, please take your telescopes. Tonight we will be on the observation deck.
Oh. It's not that open world, okay? I wish we could turn the cat into the frog.
You can share with Mr.
But we can't. You just can't. Are they smoking pot out on the balcony?
Here, I can adjust that for you.
No, bring it into focus on your own.
Yeah, Hufflepuff. That's focus?
Now,
I look
expect
blurry
all
as
of you
shit.
to
Is
put
my
in your
eyesight going
stargazing
bad?
powers
Was that
outside
blurry
of
for you
class.
guys?
Is that clear?
But, Professor, it's freezing out.
Mere cold didn't stop the great stargazers of the past.
Yeah.
Look only to the astronomy tables they erected throughout the Highlands from which they gazed millennia ago on the very self-same stars above us. Is that clear? Dismissed.
The fuck did we learn?
Oh, hello. I'm Amit. We met in potions class. I'm happy to report that we've yet to have any explosions in this class.
Oh, hello, Amit. Nice to see you again.
Did I hear Professor Shaw say that you don't have your own telescope? I have a spare one you could borrow for the rest of term.
I can't do that, Amit. You might need it.
No, really, you can. And I won't. It's my old one. I finally got my hands on the new Celestia Contemplar. You've heard of it, I assume? I mean, of course you have. It's only the pinnacle of all personal stargazing implements. But my old model's not too shabby either. Goblin-cut glass, first-rate optical enchantments. Hate to think such a fine instrument is just collecting dust.
Well, thank you, Amit.
Think nothing of it. Anyway, the telescope's in the storage room right underneath us. You can't miss it. I have some, reading to finish on the lower deck. Come find me there afterwards, and bring the telescope. There's something I want to talk to you about.
What do you want to talk to me about? Say what you gotta say.
Put off my stargazing as long as I could.
Revelio.
How am I supposed to...
Professor Shah's just about as cold and distant as the bloody stars she wants us to chart. Ugh, not how I wanted to spend my evening.
Yep.
Not sure what you can learn from these astronomy tables that you can't learn from a cup of tea leaves.
Can you learn from a cup of tea
Amit
leaves?
thinks he knows everything. Even told me he can speak gobbledygook. Sounded like gibberish to me.
I had heard about these odd stone tables out in the Highlands. Perhaps that's what Professor Shah was talking about.
Man, y'all need to get out there. Like listen, lady. I've assassinated people and you're stuck in this school. Go out there. I'm stealing the teacher stuff.
This was his old telescope. Looks practically brand new.
Give me that page.
Revelio.
What is up with my game not rendering? Look at that. What is this thing's problem? Ugh, you know, this...
A pristine night for stargazing.
Professor Shah, I'm interested in learning more about astronomy.
It is increasingly rare to find a student who seeks after things celestial of their own accord. But if you truly desire to chart the courses of the cosmos, you must rid your mind of the terrestrial babble of others. We ourselves are not unlike blank star charts, you know? Empty canvases waiting to be inscribed with all that the universe has to offer. Do you understand?
Are you coming on to me, teacher?
You mentioned astronomy tables earlier in class. What were you talking about?
Long ago, devotees of the astral arts set up stone slabs across the countryside. They are ideal for studying constellations near and far. For centuries, wizards made use of these astronomy tables for stargazing. Sadly, they have since become mere monuments to the intrepid intellectual pursuits of a bygone epoch.
A bygone what?
Am I right in thinking you are unimpressed by divination?
Of the many other so-called disciplines taught here, divination is perhaps the most feeble, especially in its nonsensical practice of astrology. Do not confuse astronomy and astrology. One is concerned with mysteries stellar and lunar, the other is mere lunacy.
Thank you, Professor. I look forward to stargazing.
I am glad to hear it. Should be a stellar night for it.
Alright, let's go find that kid downstairs.
The perfect night for...
I have the telescope. It's nicer than I'd expected.
I would not offer a prospective stargazer a third-rate lunoscope. But there is, something else.
I'm not gonna kill anybody
Yes,
for you,
what
buddy.
is it?
Okay.
You remember those astronomy tables Shaw was going on about? It just so happens I've been reading up on them a little myself.
Oh, you need me
And
to
it
take you
seems
there.
There may be one right here at Hogwarts. I believe we could use it to find hidden constellations.
I had a feeling there would be a catch to that telescope.
No. I certainly wasn't trying to bribe you or anything. But are you in?
Yes, you were.
No one
Yes,
from
you
the
were.
Gobstones
Just
Club
like
will
the
go with
people
me.
at work trying to
Said
give
they'd
me all
rather
this
get spit
candy.
at by a stone than... Well, they are cowards. Let us get moving while the stars are still out. I'll show you how to use that telescope once we get there. I promise.
No need to convince me. Let's get going.
Brilliant.
Let's
You
get
won't
going,
regret it.
just like a good little
Shall
boy.
we?
I'm down by the beasts.
The table is on a castle wall ahead. Look for a stone platform. Something that doesn't quite...
Revelio.
We'll know it when we see it.
Little
Onwards we go.
shrooms.
Some say the locations of the tables were originally marked by centaurs for ritual stargazing. It is nice having a fellow stargazer to explore with.
Happy to be here.
It's not that creepy out here at night, is it? The Gobstones Club are cowards.
It's not creepy out here at all there, buddy.
Here I am, charging ahead. Why don't you lead the way?
If you're sure.
A little foreboding.
A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
Oh, of course. It's just not
Army,
as...
could I ask
tidy.
you something?
Oh, certainly.
Why are you so fascinated with stars?
I suppose because there is so much to learn about them. I mean, there is plenty to learn about a lot of subjects, but astronomy seems limitless. Always something new being discovered. They are forever discovering new moons and stars. In fact, they discovered a new planet just 50 years ago.
Where precisely is the table we're looking for?
According to an old astronomer's chronicle I found in the library, it may be somewhere along the castle wall.
Actually, that's all I wanted to know.
Oh, very well then.
Revelio.
Nothing. A lot of shrooms.
Confringo. Revelio.
More cobwebs. You don't think any spiders might be lurking about?
Dude,
Oh no.
you're
Not this
worried
close
about
to
these
school.
little tiny ass spiders? I have fought
I
spiders
think
that are
you
2
should do the
times my
honors.
height.
Go on, try it out. The constellation should appear near the center of your view.
Oh my god, I actually gotta line this up? Are you kidding me?
As soon as you've lined up the telescope, we will be able to fill out our star chart.
Oh, you got a zoom, dummy. That's my problem.
Stargazing is all about patience and precision.
That looks nothing like the constellation.
I was right about the tables. They really are gateways to the far stars, just as the book said. And your contribution was invaluable. Rest assured, you shall be credited in my memoirs one day.
Whatever you say, Amit. Whatever you say.
Oh, you wait. You are going to be quoted saying just that. This is only the beginning. You will find more tables like this one throughout the grounds and forest, all beckoning to be discovered by a worthy astronomer. And if I have ever seen one, it's you. Oh, and about my old telescope, don't bother returning it. You should keep it.
That's quite generous. Thank you.
You are welcome. It has goblin-cut glass and a gobbledygook inscription. I'm practically fluent in gobbledygook, you know. It's all in the throat, really, gobbledygook, you know, and how you pronounce your R's. Anyway, glad our adventure was a success. I will see you soon.
I just want to freeze you real quick. Can I freeze you, please?
Oh, never do get tired of seeing the astronomy tower at night.
I wish this was my dining area.
Anything to do with the dark art should be avoided. It's too risky.
Anything to do with Salazar Slytherin is worth the risk.
I can't agree. And I'll not say a word more. I'm sorry.
I won't give up.
What were you and Ominous speaking about?
He's being ridiculous. Apparently Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here in Hogwarts. Ominous swears it was used for the dark arts, so he wants nothing to do with it. I reminded him that Anne needs a cure. This scriptorium could hold the answers we need.
The dark arts do pique my interest.
Hell
There's
yeah.
more to dark magic than people realize. The Gaunts know this. Better than most. Perhaps I've spoken out of turn. Ominous's family history is personal to him.
Yeah. Family history is personal to everybody because it's your family history. What a stupid line.
I'd like to know more about it if you wouldn't mind telling me. I won't repeat it.
Very well. But do keep this between us. Ominous learned dark magic from his parents. Are you familiar with the Cruciatus curse?
No. I am.
Crucio, correct? The Cruciatus curse, also known as the torture curse, inflicts excruciating pain on the victim.
Apparently, his parents and older siblings had no qualms about casting it on muggles for sport. Ominous described the sound of the victim's cries as horrific, so the first time he was asked to cast it himself as a child, he couldn't bring himself to do it.
Yeah,
As
it's kind of
punishment,
fucking
his
gross,
family
isn't it?
cast on him.
Hey,
The
man.
anguish was
Oh,
so
yeah,
bad
son.
that
Just
when
go
asked to cast it
cast
again,
this curse on
he
somebody.
relented.
It's going to make him
I
feel
have
excruciating
repeatedly
pain.
assured Ominous that he did what he had to, but he still hasn't forgiven himself.
How horrible. Poor Ominous. He was only a child. He shouldn't blame himself.
After that incident, the rift between Ominous and his family only grew. That is until I came along. Every moment he isn't at Hogwarts, he's with us in Feldcroft. Ominous trusts me. And more often than not, he winds up listening to me. I'll remind him of that when I follow up about the scriptorium. Watch for my owl. I'll have news soon enough.
You live in the same
I'll
castle.
make
Why
Ominous
would you need to
understand.
send an owl?
He'll change his mind.
Okay, is that quest over with?
Revelio.
Oh, it's food. Nobody's in here. Where'd he go? Is my wife back from picking the food up? Probably. It's time to eat. Oh, yep, it's time to eat, guys. Hey, I appreciate you being here. I'm gonna go eat. Really, 5:51 already? Holy crap. Yeah, I appreciate you guys being here, even though it's been kind of short. I might be on later. Play some duty. Talk to you guys later. Thanks for being here. Please like, follow, subscribe, whatever. Bye. Peace out, Running Bear.